Hello, good evening. Hi guys, welcome back to Devil's Den episode 4. It's good to have all of you all here, and we seem to have a new list of panels. Interesting guys, interesting match, interesting moments. Okay, before I start on, I need all of your help to like, subscribe, and follow our page on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Alright, let me introduce our list of panels today. Dinesh, thanks for being back here. Nice having
Welcome.
you.
Hi guys.
Kevin, welcome back.
Hi.
Glad to be back.
Hi, Kelvin. Good to have you back. We have
Hi, everyone. Thanks.
Kabinesh here, making his first appearance. Nice to have you, Kabinesh. If you guys can
Hi,
see,
Vino. Thank you very much.
thanks. Ryan,
Hi,
thanks
Vinod.
for coming to the show.
No
And
problem,
last
bro.
but not least, Selena, welcome back. Okay, guys, everyone has been buzzing from today morning. Result,
Yeah.
a victory, bringing up there to you know whom, following that just at the back. Might we take it from them? Is 21 coming? Let's talk about it. Okay, first of all, what happened in the Wolves game? Wolves game, we had to nick out to the last very moment. Was it a positive result or a shady result? Ryan, what's your thought on it?
Actually, looking back at both games, it was actually we were supposed to not win at the last stage, looking at what the performance was on the day. So I would say, basically on my observation, what I saw, their tactical, Wolves tactical, which they had against Tottenham, uh, it made affect us more into that game also. So I was watching the game, and then I was also going to again Spurs also as well lah. So basically it was a hard fought match, and then um, then it's over. So looking forward lah.
Okay. Kelvin, what's your thought on it? I mean, was it because Nuno came out and said United were lucky to get the victory and we were just second best. Do you second that?
No, I mean the Wolves game. Okay, we were pretty lucky to get the winning goal in the 93rd minute, but we kept fighting till the very end. We defended very well in the Wolves game as well. We kept Wolves at bay, and no, I think the deserving team won, which was Manchester United.
All right. What about Dinesh?
The Wolves game, as you asked me, it was not lucky goal. We were playing our game. We were attacking. We also were defending, but more on an attack part of it. So that was actually a long overdue goal. But also reminds me of the great Ferguson side and also great Mourinho's Chelsea side back then, where they will actually nick a 1-0 victory many times, because it's always the one goal thing. Then in that 3 points, the lucky one goal and the 3 points carries you to the title. So I don't think so. It's lucky. It's just hard work, because we had our chances. We just took one of it and we won 1-0. So I think it was a good game. It was not an easy game, if you ask me, because Wolves were defending back in numbers. So I wouldn't say it's lucky. We deserved it. We deserved it.
Okay. But it was, if you say we deserved it, there was no, if I normally did not fall down and no deflection, we might not say we deserved it because there was no intent in that game. You don't see, you have Cavani there playing up top, but no balls to the box, nothing. If you look at, you had to had Dikia being at his best at the back. Midfield wasn't performing enough, wasn't creating enough. Flankers wasn't flying in. Teles got substituted, brought in Shaw, but no intent.
Well,
coming off from the Leicester game towards the Wolves game, do you see a progression with the team, or there seems to be a yo-yo performance?
From what I see, Leicester game was a rubbish because we had so many chances in the first half. Rashford had a clean header, we missed it. One on one with the keeper. Second half, he missed it, and then people blame that Tuanzebe scored the own goal for the second one, but there's just hard luck on Tuanzebe. So that game was a mess all over the pitch. So if you ask me, compare Leicester game and also the Wolves game, of course I think the Wolves game is a better game because we kept a clean sheet one. We scored the vital 1-0 goal. No matter whether it's lucky, ugly, or a decent goal, that is irrelevant because it's better to get 3 points than sharing the points like how we did at Leicester.
Okay, that would be then. If you're mentioning that it was a good performance, what about the game against Aston Villa? Was it still luck, or double
I think
luck, or triple luck?
Yeah, after seeing the game, I know why Liverpool got thrashed 7-2. Because Villa is a team which never gives up. I mean, I really give it to them. They were a relegation team last season, and now they are like banging 7 against the late champions, Liverpool, and you know, and taking us to the limit at Old Trafford. They almost equalized at the last minute. So when you play a top team, you need a top performance, and that's where the big players I mean, today, if you ask me, the man of the match should be Paul Pogba. I don't know whether people agree with me, but Pogba was running the show. His positive attitude was awesome. You know when Pogba gets the ball, when you know that I was talking about body language, like what Martial lacks totally. Pogba had it last night. He was really running the show. He was inspiring the players. So we had top players performing top class. So yesterday
But
was a
Martial was also top class yesterday.
But I'm talking about top class for games to come, not a game to come. Pogba is class. We know his class. Okay,
But
Martial
Pogba
was
just
good.
played. Now you're not being objective, Dinesh.
No, no.
Pogba was only good in this game. Martial was also good in this game. But
Martial
you're now predicting. You're already predicting the future that Pogba is going to be good for the next run of
No,
games.
because you see, the thing is after.
So why you don't want to give the benefit of doubt to Martial? He
Okay,
gave us. He scored a goal that even Dwight York or Nisai be proud of, which he usually
correct.
doesn't do.
Pogba created a goal which any other players will be proud of. The penalty, the winning goal. Pogba was the instrument in it.
I think I don't want to go to the penalty one yet.
So
We
no,
will
no,
go.
but with all due respect to Martial, yes, he scored a wonderful goal. It was a good team play, that few passes. But what I'm telling is, for the strikers to get the ball on top to score or get a chance, it's always the midfield or the defense. So from the midfield part of it, Bruno yesterday was good, but he was not the full Bruno Fernandes we used to know. But in his absence of form, Paul Pogba ran the show yesterday. Trust me on that. I personally saw it in front of my eyes when after the game I could see that team spirit where some Liverpool twats are saying that we won the Champions League, is it the way we're celebrating? But that win is a very important win, and I saw the teamwork there. I mean, you have confidence that this team is now in a synchronized thought. Personally, I feel. I mean, Ole is in the wheel.
Okay, Ole is in the wheel or on the wheel, so you feel the team is on a synchronized thought.
Yeah.
Kabinesh, do you feel the team's on a synchronized thought? Okay, Ole came out yesterday and mentioned that it was like a cup final match they were playing.
Yeah.
So was
I
it an
think-
important win, and what mattered from the victory yesterday, today morning?
I think if you're analyzing games, there's always two important factors. Number one is the results. The other one would be the performance. And why I say number one is the results, because that is the most important thing. Against Leicester, we did not get the result, but the performance was not too bad. We could have scored a few more goals, but the result always matters. So against Wolves, the performance was shambolic, I would say. But when he scored that goal in the 93rd minute, I think I woke up all my neighbors because it was almost 6 a.m. in the morning. All right. And then, yes, this morning against Aston Villa, yes, the performance was also good. The results we got it as well. I think they are definitely working on the right track. I think each player in the team have got a chemistry now. And if you watched Ole's latest press conference, he's talking more like a United manager now.
Okay, more like a United manager. That's a big word. Selena, do you second that? I mean, how was your reaction for the two games? What was lacking, or what could have been better?
Yeah, for me, two things that you can actually conclude between these two games, right, is one thing that for sure that never give up spirit, like both for the game. So like even for the Wolves until the last minute we know that they are trying and trying and trying and then they got it right, they nick it and all that. And then this game again, Aston Villa also, they still try to attack and all that. I have to echo what Dini said. The game for Aston Villa was great and good. Just how he said Pogba was doing great. He's bossing the whole entire field. I do agree with that. Man of the match as well. I think I would have equally given it to both Eric Bailly and also Paul Pogba as well. But of course, if you have to give, I think this is one of the best game Paul Pogba have play. I think, if in my opinion, lah. But at the same time, also I think Eric Bailly with the block that he did at the end, that could have actually made us equalize the goal or something. That's also have to give credit. But in terms, back to the question again, you are telling me one thing I realized, especially the back four, right? If you see the pair between Maguire and Bailly, it's really good. Especially even Shaw also, it is really good. Like you can see the entire back is also coming form already. So I would love to have that also. I would love to see that coming, and I just hope Eric Bailly doesn't injured or go to injuries or all that, so that you may have break it again. So overall, for me, it's a really good positive result lah. Like how Cavani said at the end, result matter, 3 points matter, whether penalty or not, VAR, no, all that or not, 3 points matter. So we get that. So we should be happy with it.
Selena, you mentioned about Pogba. So I'm just going to put up this comment, a quick one from Jay. Hi Jay, thanks for watching the show. Let's be clear, Pogba putting in the yard should not be singled out or commended. That's a bare minimum expectation. Then he goes on with, we don't single out postal delivery workers for delivering letters. That's their job. So, do you agree with it? Pogba is supposed to be doing what he's supposed to do. And
sorry.
But he seems to be putting in on, I mean, he has had a few games since the Leipzig game. Playing okay. So, but what has changed in Pogba?
If I have to say thank you, I have to thank his agent, Renola, for coming up with the statement that he wanted to tell him off. So that could have changed his entire momentum to do the best for all the game. But the thing is, right, I need to be clear on this. Paul Pogba is one of the best midfielder in the world. I would have agreed that he's one of the world-class midfielder. But the problem with him that we had is his inconsistency.
But world-class players doesn't win you title. Team players wins you title. So is he that player to bring you the title?
Correct, but the problem with Paul Pogba is because of the inconsistency. How do you rate that player is good or not? Like today he's good. That is the real Paul Pogba that you know. But then the next game maybe he could have he doesn't have his full momentum to play again. That he will come back to his old kind of things and back. So that's when you start like doubting him. Can you imagine if he's one of the best midfielder in the world? Why are some United fan wanted him to go? Because of the inconsistency, and because of that as well, is also impacting the team performance. How would you look at Bruno Fernandes? Basically, all of the game, all matches that he played is about the same level that he play. Probably it's either like top or level, but it doesn't go below average. But you can play that game. You can play that person in the game, and you get a good result of it. But it doesn't happen with Paul Pogba. It's like I always say that he either sometimes will have his menstrual problem, or he doesn't have, he's just like back to normal. So that's the only thing with Paul Pogba for me, nothing else. Yeah.
Okay. Dinesh, do you agree with that? I mean, you came out and said Pogba was playing well, but the same Pogba also started up the game in Wolves, but it seems to be a two complete different performance. And is it affecting the team?
Of course, because from what I see about United right now, the 11 players on the pitch, everybody has a role to play to ensure that the team plays well. Everybody has a key role there. So, of course, Pogba and Bruno Fernandes are in a very delicate role where the midfield, either you make or break. So, of course, as what I said, Reda said Pogba did play well today. Last time he played very well. Against Wolves, he might not have been the perfect Pogba, but personally, I think if you want to get the best of Pogba, it's not up to Ole. It's up to Woodward and gang on top there to iron out things. Get Raiola, sit down and talk. If you really want Pogba, get him a contract. Just do what is necessary to keep Pogba in the team. But of course, if you think that you cannot keep him, then let's be honest and prepare your plan B. You need an exit plan. If Pogba leaves tomorrow, we need to use it 100 or 100 over million pounds and get somebody else. We got to start thinking ahead. So it's up to the management to whether they can keep Pogba as the Paul Pogba we used to love. The same Paul Pogba at Juventus. We want that Pogba running the show for United. But then again, I've seen that burden of Pogba has been relieved a bit when Bruno came in. Because when Bruno came in, Bruno took a lot of burden off Pogba and he ran the show. So actually, Pogba is replaceable, but we don't want that. If we can have two maestros in the middle, why not?
Okay. Right, before I move on to that, let's just give some shout outs to our followers here. Fidaus Chu, thanks for watching. Hi, everybody. Then we have Pua. Hello, joint table toppers. Yes, Pua, we will meet you on January the 18th.
No,
And we
please
will
tell
take up.
Puma that Liverpool will never walk alone, right? That's why we are keeping them company on top with the same points. You will never stay there alone, so we'll take
And
over.
then,
No problem. Just keep it warm.
Pua, to add on, we did you all the favor to beat Aston Villa, which you all couldn't.
Come on, bro. We love Merseyside.
Vino, I want to add that also. Pua, not everyone can beat Villa.
Okay, guys. We are talking about being consistent. So, what is lacking in Manchester now to be consistent? Kev, any update, any idea on this?
I think it boils down to me. I think it boils down to three main factors. All right, so we are getting there. Just before I go to the three main factors, I think we are getting there. But it's having a reliable defense. Ole, I would say this might be a bit controversial, but Ole and his management tactics. Thirdly, players' mentality. So I think with reliable defense, we're almost there. We are seeing the likes of Bailly stepping up, starting 4 consecutive games since September 2017. So I think Bailly's pace and Maguire's aerial prowess, complements each other. We see Bissaka performing as in very good form. Shaw and Telles both performing well. De Gea starting to get back that confidence back in goal. So I think we're getting there in terms of the defense, bar no injuries or no further competition between the two centre backs, i.e. Lindelof and Bailly. And there's now Dinesh and Serena was talking about Pogba. To me, Pogba is a puzzle that Manchester United has yet to solve, and it's really an enigma. So just to echo what Dinesh was saying just now, he said that there is two maestro in the midfield. Pogba, before Bruno, he was neither there nor here. We don't know where to play Pogba. So I think all these little things, I think we need Ole and the management team needs to be able to figure out, and that could result to Pogba either leaving or extending his contract. So I think it boils down to these three things, Vinod. It's reliable defense, tactics, and players' mentality.
Okay, but if you're going to go back to all these three, the main thing is also depends on the manager itself. So I know it's going to be a very controversial question, but I'm going to ask the question now. Is Ole the right man? I know. Okay, let's be very objective how you're going to take it up. Yes, the best form we had post Ferguson. The best result. I mean, come New Year, first time we are sitting there at the second spot and sharing the points. But let's not take out a lot of other factors like how single-handedly Bruno has been helping the team. Since February 1, since Bruno came, United has scored more points than anyone else. But you remove him from the equation, we are in the wrong end of the table. So is Ole relying too much on Bruno? And it's that thing causing the team not to be consistent. Defense has improved. We can see the last few games. Bailey's return has been great. We can see things, they are being solid, not shambolic like before. But is it sufficient? Can we still maintain this form if you take out Bruno?
Yeah, so it's you're absolutely right, Devino. I think we are definitely relying on Bruno. In fact, I think I read somewhere ever since Bruno came into the team and up to this point in time, we are actually second in the table above Manchester City and below Liverpool with Bruno in the team. So if touchwood Bruno gets injured, who is there to replace him, right? So we have perhaps maybe Van der Beek to step up and perform that role, but we've not seen that yet. And
I think Van der Beek is another puzzle, another dilemma that we need to figure out. We have one
Yes.
Pogba, has not
Yep.
sorted out. Van der Beek is another one.
yes,
So I think we should keep it there. But yeah, there is a shout out here from Pua. Thanks, Pua. I mean, well, it's a great shout out from Liverpool fan. Just shout out for Bruno. The man single-handedly saved Ole's job and brought in stability and harmony in United's dressing room, in my opinion. Best January signing in recent years after VVD. Do you think? You agree with that? Best January signing?
definitely. I think just to add on to that comment, Bruno coming in, he is apparently amongst Romelu Lukaku, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi in most goals scored and most chances created within the short amount of time that he's entered. So by far the best January signing that Manchester United has ever done so far.
Vinod, going back
Cavani,
to your
yes.
question just now, going back to your question, you asked whether Ole is the right person for the job. Let's just put things into perspective.
Yeah.
We started the season. Maguire had some issues, right? Some legal
Yes.
cases and all that. Captain coming in with the wrong mentality, right? Not with the right mentality. The first 3 games they were not fit enough. What happens? Against Crystal Palace we lose 3-1. Against Tottenham we lose 6-1. Against Brighton we got a penalty after the final whistle and we got the game done, right? And then in between the season, just before the most important match, probably in the last 6 months, I can imagine, against RB Leipzig, you have a certain leech. You have a certain leech who's Pogba's agent, who comes out and says something really nasty, and then we are dumped out of the Champions League, right? And I can't think of any other managers in this world who, despite all these distractions that have taken place, got us to be at 33 points on the table, and having Pogba played the way he played yesterday. You know what? I'm very sure Pogba will leave United come the summer, and the replacement is someone who we actually saw yesterday. We are actually getting Grealish. I'm very sure about it. We saw the way he's performed. He's been on the radar for United for the last, I think, since the summer or even before the summer, right? I think we have seen him play yesterday. We need him on board. I'm very sure Pogba, we don't need Pogba anymore. I think Ole has done brilliant to get him to perform and tell him, look here, bro, you don't want to leave on a wrong note. Win us the title, go to Real Madrid or Juventus, so that in the future you can come back as a legend. And you know what? Pogba has started he's turned the corner around and he's playing fantastic. And you have people like Pogba playing fantastic. We have Rashford scoring so many goals. I think Rashford has scored over 40 goals since Solskjaer took over. Something that Jose Mourinho, who's won 2 Champions League, could not achieve. Van Gaal wasn't giving the chances. And how else Ole cannot be the right person? That is I'm sure all of us here probably really believe deep down we want Ole to succeed, and we also know that he is doing a wonderful job.
Okay, that is a great insight from you, Kabinesh. Kelvin, are you with us still? I think I lost Kelvin. Ryan.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay, Kelvin, do you second what Kabinesh mentioned? Is Ole the right one?
Yes, I'm still here.
to-
Okay. Yeah. That's still, I mean, I'm not Ole in person. Just that if they did win the Premier League, what will Dinesh say? We must hey, what is his plan in league this season? What is the next step of defending it? So he need to plan further than that, not just focus on this season and then that's all. So he need to have a backup plan or exit plan, like Dinesh said. If we win the league, then what's next? What's the next plan? Who and then Pogba leave, and what's next? So he need to think all of this as well. And yeah, Ole needs to do still need a lot of to do as a manager. Not against him or not to support him or anything, but that's what I feel that what he needs to do lah.
Okay. Kabinesh, coming back to you, you mentioned that Maguire had an issue in starting of the season and Ole still played him. But shouldn't Ole, as I can say, the driver of the team, put Maguire out? Because you're having a captain who has had his mind shaken up and everything, and that was affecting his game and indirectly affected the team. And Lindelof were coming in from a bad patch of form too, but Ole seems to have this that this is my favorite boys. I don't drop them. I give them time, week in and week out. Oh, you don't you fail this time of mine. Let's try again next week. And
Yeah,
there
I
is
think
an
you're right.
element of luck. There is an element of luck that has been helping us. We all have to accept that. But once we lose this element of luck, we will need Ole to be tactically smart, and we need to outdo teams. Can he do it that time?
Yeah, one thing, you're absolutely right about luck. I think any title winning team needs luck, but I can tell you one thing:
Yes.
you've got to do enough to attract luck as well. I think the United teams in the past, if you recall 1999 when Solskjaer and Sheringham scored those 2 last-minute goals, I think every other supporters of any other club would say that was pure luck. Bayern Munich, they probably hit
Yeah.
the post a few times and all that. But let me tell you, that season, those boys earned their luck. They played so hard, they played all the way to the end. And yes, they were very lucky, but it is not just something that, they got not playing well. They played well. And we are seeing glimpses of those hard work. You just have to see the way the players rallied behind Eric Bailly this morning after he had that
Yes.
last-minute block. I think all those guys were just after him, and and when Rashford scored the last-minute goal the other day, the only concern I have is this kind of games. When you're meeting very ugly like this, probably we expect it somewhere in April and May, but it's coming a little too early in December. By right in December, it should be or in January you should be winning teams comfortably. That's why Ole in his press conference said he didn't like the last 10 minutes because he thought we should have wrapped it up much earlier, which is true. If a certain Rashford, a certain Martial would have scored their goals, we wouldn't be, relying on Eric Bailly at the end. So yeah, I think luck. Good teams, all teams will have their luck, but I think you need to attract that luck, and think we have done enough to attract the luck.
Okay. Right. Let's hope the luck stays. I mean, for any title runs, like how you said, Kabinesh, we need luck. Dinesh, there's a comment here from Sina. Hey, Sina, thanks for watching. Finally, you came inside. Okay, I think United needs to put focus on the Premier League. Keep the run going in any sport. Something's got to give. And instead of risking injuries and play down competition with priority and be smart with players management. Do you agree with this?
Yeah, of course.
Because we have 4 competitions now.
Yeah, because if you notice, the situation goes back to like even 1998-99, when we won a treble, when we played Arsenal at the FA Cup semi-finals on the second leg. Fergie actually rested gigs. He had rested a few top players, because you have to rotate the squad. If you want to go all guns blazing, that means whatever you're playing, you want to win the tournament. I mean, the particular, Europa or the Premier League or the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, whichever cup, you have to rotate your players because if you come to a point where they get burnt out, and that might take some time to recover back, So maybe I look at things in this way where Van der Beek's role in the club might come handy during the Europa. We don't know, because the squad, we have the depth, but we must also understand that if one player goes injured, now touch wood, if Bruno Fernandes goes injured, maybe for a month or a week, who steps in for Bruno? And the person step in, can they drive the team like how Bruno has been doing? So every player United have, Solskjaer has to know who is the backup for the particular person and can the backup perform as much as the primary. So it's very important to rotate the players. But from what I see, there was a stat that Solskjaer actually played out about 20 players in the last many
Yeah.
games
He
during
played
the
20
Christmas
players.
period. Yeah, so that is a wonderful rotation of squad. And touchwood, we have not actually lost any games in the last Christmas, Boxing Day, New Year games and all that. So it's good. It's good what Ole is doing, but please just get one or two signings in January, like what we spoke last week, Alaba, and I really just hope they really consider Drexler in the team. I really hope they consider Drexler in the team because that is a free player, and if you can get Drexler for free, I mean, I don't know. It's like for me, it's like a dream come true because he's class. He's a class player. It's just the wrong team. I've seen him play for Germany before, and the guy is so good. And I just don't know why that he's rotting in PSG and why no other big clubs are going for him. He's such a good player.
It's the same way
So
how Van der Beek is rotting in United.
yeah. No, it's not rotting. Okay, see, okay, let's put it this way. If I go to Farmers League, I'm going to win every year. If I go to Eredivisie, Ajax is definitely going to win, or maybe PSV. One of them is going to fight. When you come to the big boys, you don't step in the big boots. You wear small little sneakers first, then you go to wear the big boots. Van de Beek is a good player at Ajax. He's a very good player. When you come to United, you don't have one team to compete. You have all 18 teams in the Premier League or 19 teams in the Premier League who are good. Villa trash Liverpool. You never saw that coming. Who is Villa? A relegation battling team last season. So in the Premier League, every team is good. So does not mean a Van de Beek plays good for Ajax and goes to the Champions League semi-finals and whatever not. He's a good player. He's a good player, but not a top player yet. He needs some time. So the thing is, the funny part is all of us are complaining, but except the man himself. I've never seen Van de Beek complain. Or did he? The English media can give you all the nonsense story,
Okay,
but they
but
can't come up with this nonsense.
if you are not complaining about your playing time, doesn't it send out a wrong message like I'm happy just to be here? So is it the type of player that you want?
No, I'm happy to be here to learn. Maybe think about that and see because I'm happy. He's playing in a role where Bruno
So
plays,
in a way, you can also think Drexler is happy to be in PSG to learn from Neymar.
or to get a big hefty paycheck. We don't know.
It's the same with Van de Beek.
Correct.
It's almost a similar situation, but then it's just why are they not getting into the team?
Well,
I think Van der Beek wasn't Solskjaer's buying.
Yeah, that's another point.
Yeah, so that is the key thing now. We have someone else running the buying, selling. How do you expect your manager to perform?
So the problem is not with Ole. It's the very top of United's hierarchy. The Glazers, the Woodwards, and all these characters around there. These are the problem. So Solskjaer didn't get any player he wanted the last summer. That's a sad part. We wanted Sancho, we didn't get. We got Kalas, we got Cavani, we got Van der Beek, we got. That's about that. So
Yeah.
So the thing is, we cannot blame Ole for anything like this because he's not signing the checks. He's making the requests. The one signing the checks, they are the one who are If I want Messi in the team, then the guy up there has to agree to me. So likewise, so you cannot really put the thing on Ole because Santa Claus doesn't give you everything you want.
Okay. So it
Yeah.
seems Santa Claus doesn't give you everything you want. If you have to choose between Drexler and Alaba, who would you go for?
Come on, bro. We're United. We can buy both of them one go. We got the cash, man. I told you last
Sa-
week. We
Santa
got the
Claus
cash.
doesn't give. But this time Santa Claus said, "I got no cash. I give you
No,
only one.
Santa.
Choose one.
No, no.
Choose
Wait, wait.
one." No.
Santa Claus said last month that Ole boy, you do whatever you want. I'll back you up. Woody Woodpecker said we can do it. Woody said we can back you up. I don't want Sancho. It's okay. I'll keep Sancho for summer cost. At the January cost, let's go for Drexler and Alaba. Both are free agents. Take them and go.
Not Grealish.
Huh?
Not
No.
Jack
As
Grealish.
I said, we cannot eat the whole buffet in one go. We got to go one by one. Grealish and Sancho, we keep the English boys for summer. Now we take the foreigners. Let's say the Swiss and the German guys. You know, the thing we cannot buy everybody in one go. Then we don't have enough place in dressing room.
But
You know,
you are cash cow. What?
yeah, we are cash cow. But
Woody came and said, "You buy who you want."
correct. But the thing is, if you're going to buy Sancho and Grealish, those guys are in a vital position right now where their club really need them. Alaba is already leaving Bayern Munich. He's not going to sign a new contract. So, of course, Bayern is not going to put a lot of hope on him. Drexler, that's a different story altogether. He's not even getting his game time much there. So, you know that these guys are liabilities to their own team. So, take them out now, give them a fresh breath. They are coming to United on a free transfer means, take them and Grealish and Sancho, who are very very important players at their particular club right now, don't disturb them. Let them finish the season because we also are very much occupied in the particular positions. So come the summer, target two players. Okay, fine. Your keeper is covered. You got Dean Henderson and De Gea. Our defense is fine. With Bailly coming back, Tuanzebe is there. As I said last time, Tuanzebe, Brendan Williams, those guys will be given time, will be given chance. So we are quite fine at the back. But we need somebody for Paul Pogba's position. We need somebody for even Martial's position. To be honest, we need somebody to cover back things. We need a top
But
nine. Yeah,
Dinesh, you brought up Drexler. I'm going to just ask you where Drexler is going to play.
that's
That
actually
yes,
what I mentioned.
he's a good player.
Yeah,
He's skillful. He suits Germany. He
Mhm.
suited Schalke football, but does he suit Ole's kind of counter-attacking game?
See, the thing is, we really okay. Let's be honest. We technically we look at YouTube. We think that we might know he suit this or suit that, but to be honest, I believe he suits well where Mason Greenwood is playing right now. He would suit that. I personally feel like that.
But he has Tuchel has used him in that position for PSG, and he did not perform. Only when you're playing him at the back of the striker, the number 10 role, the similar position that where Bruno's occupying. Would
Okay.
this transfer have the same implication of how we had Kagawa Mata before? Forcing
Ah.
players wide when it does not suit them.
Well, it's hard to restructure a player to a new position. It's not going to be easy. Some of them made it, some of them really didn't. Like Valencia made it from a winger to a right back. So we really don't know whether Drexler can go back to the positions where we prefer him to be. But let's put it this way: we are getting him on a free, so it's okay.
Dinesh, there's a comment here from Sina for you. Dinesh optimism bar level has gone up threefold since the Devil Dance started. Level 3 kali star.
Of course, like, because when you're at home, you're the king. This is our home, and we are king. Yeah,
Sina,
that's yeah.
do you second what Dinesh mentioned? Or you have some other thoughts?
I mean, Dinesh has a very good insight on it. I really love to hear that. If it's a free, right, why not we just take it, But also I have this concern. If like example, like he was saying Grealish and all this, we can get it that Sancho during the summer, right? The question is, right, because now itself Grealish would be 100 million. So if it's gonna wait until summer, will it be even more expensive and all that? But again, like
why
how
you
Dinesh
worry
said, you
about
have the money.
cost? You guys are cash cow.
Let's just say why are we worried about the cost and all that, right? But that's the only thing because if I think its cost is not a big issue, then I think we can get it. But the only problem is like how Cavani was selling, right? it's not always players and all that, so how do we're not sure because it's all back to the bots and all that. So if they're gonna give us, they're gonna let us approve whatever player that we wanted, that'll be good. But I have one question to you, Vinod. Sorry, I'm allowed to ask you questions, right?
Yes, you can ask me
So
questions.
if you think Ole is not the right person, who's a suitable person to do all this, to have the consistency, the management problems and all that. So my question is, if by changing Ole is gonna change the situation or not? Because I believe by changing a manager is also take another like transition period for you to get along, gel, everything and all that. So we have to wait few more seasons also as well. But do you think by
Yeah,
changing the manager is gonna change that or not?
I mean, I don't favor changing managers, but I guess Ole has had due time. He has been in the job for more than 2 years. But do you see a direction with the team? Is the question. Yes, we are top there. But do you believe the team has it to go all out, control the teams, or it's the names that there are specific names that we are looking at? The players plays. Okay, I know I'm safe. We are safe for this match. That's the confidence that I don't have with Ole yet. And few things. For example, like how Dinesh mentioned earlier, there are people up there who's controlling things. As a manager, you need to voice out. Why are we having players like Igalo signed, not being used? You have Phil Jones renew contract, don't make sense. Then even Jesse Lingard renewed
Yeah,
for another
Lingard
year.
also.
When you have no intention to use these players. So what are you trying to
But
build?
we don't know actually what is the plan. Even I also was puzzled to hear the contract extension
And
for like
Romero.
AC Lingard.
Yeah,
No, Lingard
Romero,
probably the extension was, yeah. Lingard's extension is because if we don't extend it, probably he's going on free, you know. So at least with a 1 year extension, you can actually sell him in the summer for a certain price.
yeah, could be. But
So yeah,
no, correct. I mean, I think they tried that with even Phil Jones, but it did not work out. Because for the amount of wages that we have been paying the players, I don't think so anyone be in a position to take pay cut for now. So let's see where it goes. Ryan, if I need you to choose, there's a comment here from Sina. Orang suruh pilih Betis, Dinesh. Orang suruh pilih Betis, Dinesh minta apa? Mr. Ryan, Drexel or Alaba? Choose. If
I would say
United had
I
to
would say
make Drexel.
or maybe I might didn't because we have the money, so we might buy those two lah. Masih better.
Okay.
Kalau I think we had to choose one, but then if we had the chance to buy both, then
All right. Okay, guys. I mean, let's talking about signing. We had one signing. Now we're going to miss for the next 3 matches. Edison Cavani. How impactful is it going to be, or would there be no impact with the return of the great Pogba? Kev.
We are definitely going to miss Cavani, right? I mean, we have to be honest lah. We will be missing him against Manchester City. We missed him for the Aston Villa game. Martial, luckily or thankfully, he turned up, and we will be missing him for the Watford game as well. So, yeah, so I think Cavani missing is definitely impactful. We are going to miss a clinical striker that can score goals or clutch goals during the final minutes of the game, right? But it is also a point for Martial to step up. And I think this Cavani three games ban is going to be baptism of fire for Martial, because Manchester United is going to depend on him a lot. Who knows? We might be with Cavani gone these 3 games. We might see Diallo or Pelestri covering in the right wing with Greenwood coming into more central role. So in terms of backups, we do still have backups. We still have Martial. We still have Greenwood to play there in the middle. But yes, we will definitely miss him.
Right. Cavanish, do you agree that we're missing Cavani, or is Martial sufficient to lead us to the next 3 matches?
I think Cavani, I'll agree with Kevin. He's going to be missed, but thankfully, the games that we're going to miss him on, of course, it's
Oh, I think we lost Kabinesh. Ryan, do you want to take it up?
Okay, thinking about Cavani is going to miss Cavani. Definitely, we are definitely going to miss him. Okay, on top of that, uh, we like what Kevin mentioned just now, we had a few lineups. Let's say Cavani is not going to be there, but we're going to miss him for Aston Villa, and then we're going to miss him for Perth and also Villa. So another point, on my point of view, I would say we might be seeing a different city team that to facing our next match lah. So what here is that even what we have now without Cavani might continue with the match against City, and also I mean we are talking about City as well. So I think we're gonna miss him. Yeah, we're missing him, but we might go through lah. Might go through the City.
Okay.
That means
Kelvin.
the fact that is we miss him big time.
Okay. But we have a comment here from one of our followers who mentioned impactful. No, the current performance of United was built before Cavani's hype. It started from there. Cavani joined when it was fourth gear. Kelvin, do you agree with Sidam? Does Cavani doesn't have any much impact with the team?
Well, he will have impact, but we will try not to, like say, uh, miss his absence too much. Okay, whoever's name that's lined up by Ole on the match day, they should all the best and so whether Cavani play or whoever play out there on the field. So yeah, so not depend too much on Bruno. We cannot depend too much on Bruno. So every match, the players that are tasked to job up and perform, no matter what. That's what United playing for the badge is all about.
Okay. Kabinesh, we lost you earlier, so maybe do you want to go on your
yeah,
on your review?
yeah. I think for the City match, probably even if Cavani is fit, I think Ole would have gone with four midfielders because I think the game against City, the game is won in the midfield itself. So probably you have a diamond or something like that. So we wouldn't have used Cavani in the City game probably against Watford. Yes, he would have used Cavani because it's a game where you want to start with three strikers. And against Burnley, after that, I think also yes, if Cavani was available, Ole would have selected Cavani or probably started Greenwood, Martial, and Rashford and brought him in the second half. So I think yes, out of the three games, two games we would have used Cavani. But having said that, I think we have enough firepower to still win those matches without Cavani. And it's good to know
Okay.
that he will be ready for Liverpool.
All right. Okay. You brought up. Thanks for that. You brought up about the Man City game, and now let's just dive in directly to there and talk about the focus of the day, about Manchester United versus Man City, the repeat of the semi-final again, but this time being played in Old Trafford. Can we nick it out this time? Can they deliver it this time? Dinesh.
It depends on, as I said earlier, depends on which City team are we going to take on, whether it's a post-COVID team or the pre-COVID team, because those guys are quite badly impacted the COVID. Apparently, there was 5 affected players. 2 of them have been named, which is Gabriel Jesus and also Kyle Walker, but another 3 more not named yet. So in that part of it, I think it's quite a weakened City side. I believe so. Then again, we must see who are they playing during a game against Chelsea, right? I think they're playing Chelsea, right, over the week. Yeah. So let's see. But I think with the form United is in and playing at Old Trafford, not much of a jinx though. I think we can go to the finals. No problem. Should be okay.
Confident.
Yeah, very
Kev,
confident.
Yes.
are you sharing the same
Unless
confidence
unless
as Dinesh?
unless unless the remaining three unnamed players, one of them is a guy named Kun Aguero, then I'm very more confident than that.
Because Dinesh lately has been super confident. I don't know from where his confidence came.
Being at home, bro, I'm confident about life already. We can go through it.
So do you agree with him, Kevin?
Yeah, well, I'm not entirely confident as Dinesh, but we are in a very good
Hopefully,
momentum now.
this is
Yeah, hopefully we can bring back the results. The defense is doing well, so I think we can rely on that defense. Manchester City is not doing quite well at the moment. Unlucky a little bit with the COVID infection, but I think Pep has come out and said that they will be able to field a strong team, as I was informed earlier. So I think yes, we confident that we can fight, not entirely confident that we can bring back the result.
Okay. We have two mixed comments here. So I'm going to go to Kabinesh now. Kabinesh, Kevin said not so confident. Dinesh said I'm very confident. But isn't this the time for Ole to deliver on this match? Especially coming off from last season that we lost three semi-finals. And this match should be key because you carry the confidence towards the Liverpool game. You fail this game, you might
Yeah.
botch that game too.
The thing is, if I'm just going to trying to recall, right, the last guy who won Guardiola 3 times in a season, well, it's Ole.
Was yes.
And that was just last season. So you know what? He knows what we need to do to win that match against the City. I think he'll be happy to give them 70% of the ball, but he'll make sure the
Okay.
score is 3-0.
Oh. All right. I mean,
Sorry, I'm not.
we have
I'm not giving I'm not giving my predictions, but I'm just saying that
okay.
I think I'm confident they will make it. Yeah.
Jay. Jay's came out and comment with Cobra Kai trending. United's mentality for City semi-final should be strike first, strike hard, no mercy, regardless of COVID depleted squad or not. Cobra Kai. Nice one. Let's hope we have that confidence there.
Manchester is great, bro. Manchester is great.
Yes.
Yes.
Sina has came. It's time to paint Manchester red and some penalties. But let's talk normality in the Premier League starting from now. Top two should be Liverpool and United tug of war.
Of
Yes.
course.
It is good to be there. But for this game against City, because we have seen, I mean, let's take for the last three matches. You had a draw with Leicester, an old timer win. Now we can call it Ole time. There's no more Fergie time, buddy. So at Wolves, and a hard-won victory against Villa. Villa, the thing that you can take back was the defense did not lapse like how it used to with the return of Bailey. Assuming even Kun Aguero plays and City comes full out blazing, are you confident, Selena, we can take them off this time? Because it's a one game off, winner takes it.
For me, I think there is no excuse at all. Ole gonna fail this because like I said, even last season we have been to semi-finals. We should have won, against Chelsea, all that we should have won, but then we made the mistake. So this game, it should be clear cut for us. We should have win it. And I think like how Kabine said, right, we have win against City many times, right, with Ole. So I think this should be easier for him. And not just for him, I think the thing I understand from Ole and also the entire team is they already know how to win the game, and they already know they have the fighting spirit. So I'm actually going confident as Dinesh. We're gonna nick this game, yeah.
But the last game that United and City played wasn't convincing. Both teams just desire to sit down and to
Yeah,
defend.
that's a big worrying. I did mention the other time also that game we should have won it. We have many chances. We knew that City wasn't playing their best. We could have taken the chances. So I think based on that previous matches, I hope Ole have done his homework very well. Then come to. And also the three people that they haven't reveal who's the name is, right? I wish one of the person is Kevin De Bruyne, which I know it's bad to say that, but yeah, I mean I wish he's the one. So I think without him, then I think it will be even the other match also. We could have win the match, but then we didn't take our chances well. But like I said, I know United know how to win the match. They know they will fight until the end, and they know this is a semi-final match. This is also a test for Ole, because Ole has always been questions when it comes to the big matches, like semi-finals or all this, like how do you pace and all that. So I'm quite confident with Ole and the entire team. So I think we're gonna nick it out.
Sina, but it seems to
Believe.
be two-sided there. You say you're quite confident with the team, but same time you're hoping Kevin De Bruyne not to play. So are you not that confident with your team?
No, I mean it's normal, right? If you're gonna play against one of the best teams also, right? You always wish the other best player of the teams to injured or something. I mean it's common thing. I mean it's bad to say this, but maybe they're not playing and all that, So it will be a great for us if he doesn't play lah. But if he's play, it's okay. We are ready to meet their first 11 also, no issues. I have the
So with
confidence.
Kevin,
Dinesh has the
with
confidence. We know you should have the
Go.
confidence also.
no, I'm just throwing a question to understand
No,
further.
we know. I just want to throw back one more question at you. For panel's sake, I just throw back question. Ole came in 2 years. Prior to Ole coming in, we had Jose, we had Louis, and we had Moyes. We had three of them. Okay, when we play City, the fear factor is at United. Are we going to get trashed? Are we going to get owned? Are we going to lose? Are we going to draw? But are we going to win? Is not even a question, because that's how powerful City was, right? Even under the great Jose Mourinho, we lost at City. Pep owned Jose. It was always the Pep. Zlatan was there, and we still lost. We still lost Old Trafford and all that. Okay, let's move forward. Last season, Ole came. We played at Etihad. We played at Old Trafford. We won. But we knew that we were a bigger threat to City than City was a threat to us. One. City was still buying. They lost company only. They had KDB, informed KDB who was getting week in, week out assists and goals. They had an informed Kuhn or Gabriel Jesus. You can name their first 11, their next 11. They can name anybody. We were playing them. We were winning comfortably. Okay. And now the third thing I'll tell you is 2 weeks ago when we played City, you said it was not convincing display from United. Exactly. That's what I want to hear, because you were convinced that City could not match us, but you were just said that we could not score against City. So that means we have turned the tide against City. We are going there and we are bossing them around. Of course they can have 70%
Dinesh,
possession.
but I'm going to counter that. The way Ole plays, he takes on big teams without fear, because United thrives on counter-attacking football. So it's not a problem against City, Liverpool. If you look at his track record, last 2 years against the big six has been positive, bar a few games aside. It's against the teams that sit deep. When, for example, that game, City decided not to be City by attacking. They decided to sit. When you have those teams deciding to sit, your big teams, that's where United lacks. Because yes,
Correct.
Ole draw down the flash attacking. We saw that the last year games. He thrived on those moments. Okay, you come in, counter attacking, fast game, pop, I score. And then I sit. And then I thrive back. But when someone decides to sit, okay, I got problem. We saw that against Spurs Mourinho. You can't
No,
break that.
I totally agree. So
But
actually, I think
this season, if you notice Ole's record, right, for the Premier League, he's not done well against the top six, But against all the other teams, he's won all, all the away matches that we have won. So the theory is quite, probably it's last season's theory. This season's theory is those who are playing against us, where we are not playing counter-attacking, we are actually breaking them open. Because you have seen it against West Ham, you've seen it against Southampton, you've seen it against Newcastle, but against Leicester we drew, against Arsenal we lost, against Chelsea we drew, against City we drew. And City, just 1 point on the City game, probably is not a good game to take for comparison, because that was just after the Leipzig game, where we were dumped out of Europe. So the first thing probably Ole wanted was, okay, let's not lose to City. That game was set up not to lose to City. So this season, I think we have broken that theory where we are not able to break things up. We are no longer just a counter-attacking team. I think we have a team with a proper strategy against team that sit back against us.
Okay.
Because from what I see is about City matches, I we don't fear City anymore. Okay, we just have to be fearful of our own selves. Whether do we really turn up for the 90 minutes? It's all about the United players. It's no more about the opponents because from what I see, the Tottenham game, the Leipzig game was for me the eye opener of the season. Getting trashed at Tottenham, I mean, at Old Trafford against Tottenham, and getting dumped out by Leipzig was the kickstart we need right up for us to perform the way we are doing right now. So if you're going to do well in your classes, you need a place where you get a scorecard, and that would be against Man City or be Liverpool. If these two games we can do quite well, then it shows are we really credible enough to go all the way up to April, May to go for the title and go for a one or two cups. So this is our report card day. This is our report
Yeah,
card day,
that's
and
where I'm
I
coming
believe,
to.
I believe, I
We
believe.
had the report card day is crucial.
Correct.
It's
You see,
crucial.
but to be honest, I'm glad we're
The
out of Champions
KPI, the
League
KPI.
because we don't have the depth. We don't have the depth. But come Europa in February, we should strengthen our position in the Premier League by February. So when Europa starts back, then we got to start juggling back our games and all that. So come February, let's focus on Europa. So I think Liverpool game would be the standout game to see whether there's a new king in town or not.
Okay, Dinesh, why don't you take this up? Hey Jude, nice watching the show. Thanks for watching the show. I feel like Ole is lucky at the moment with the current form, and to continue with City, I think Ole will sit back.
I don't think so because I think the
I
single
is
single
it
leg
going to
game, right?
is it going to be a game of sitting back or a game of Leeds where
No,
he just
is it
decided
going
to
to be
go
a
gung ho?
is it going to be a one leg game or a two leg game?
One leg game, Old
Then I
Trafford,
think we're going to go all
winner
out.
takes all.
Yeah, winner takes all at Old Trafford. We are definitely going to go all out because there's only 90 minutes.
There's 90 minutes plus 30 minutes extra time and plus penalties.
Don't worry, we'll get a penalty in 90 minutes. We'll finish all in one go.
Yeah, whatever
Okay,
it is, we still gonna win it. That's the main thing. Either penalties
Yeah.
or wow, before Sena coming with all that, right? So better we just say it, yeah, win it.
okay, very confident. Kabinesh, there is one comment from Sina to you. So when you take it up, so just give me a minute. So Kabinesh, that's what football has been reduced to. Let a team control matches and just look to steal the points. Seems like small weak team tactics. United playing good footy. Why not take the fight to them?
Yeah, I think this comment is actually applicable to Tottenham at the moment. That is what Tottenham is doing. They try to sit back and absorb the pressure and then go on the counter. I don't think so. United is doing that. I think United, like Aston Villa, can we say it was a counter-attacking? I think it was an open game. Against Arsenal, Chelsea, against City also, it wasn't a counter-attacking game. I think it's more of just, neutralizing and stopping them from attacking. That's it. Probably the ones against PSG in the Champions League against RB Leipzig, yes, that was more of a counter-attacking. That's why Rashford scored a hat-trick when he came on in the second half. So I think the theory of us just being a counter-attacking, I don't think so. I think that we are taking the bull by its horn. We are attacking teams, and we are dictating play.
Okay. If you are okay, we have a
Yeah.
comment here from Jude. Well, we know you can't compare Leeds game with any other games because Leeds literally continue to open up against you guys. That's why the scoreline reflects. Agree? But it was due. I mean, I think that game was a fair game. United just went on and attack. So the results showed it. In this game against City, if you do you see a back five, or would Ole be positive to go a four back line? Kev,
Yeah, actually, I think it will be a backfire. I think it will be a replay of the match where Manchester United and City drew, and it's going to be a close, very, very close match. I think Ole will go for it towards the end of the game. And as Kabinesh also mentioned, Guardiola has now learned how to play against United after losing all 3 games last season to Ole. So yes, I do see a back five. I do see a counter-attacking mentality still being played for this game. But I think towards the end of the game, he will switch it up a notch.
Okay. Okay, guys, let's go and for predictions. Dinesh,
Um, 2-0.
wow, 2-0.
Yeah.
Keeping a clean sheet.
Yeah, we'll buy it around. We can break legs.
Not smoking anything, huh?
Not yet.
Who's
Hey, Dinesh,
scoring? Good.
he break other people's legs. Okay, don't let people break his leg.
That's
No
what
more
I'm worried.
injuries.
That's what I'm worried. But
No more
but I
injuries.
think but I think the unlikely soft was maybe a Martial goal unexpectedly and Bruno Fernandes goal again.
Penalty.
Not yet. As I said,
Not.
we don't go to penalties yet. Penalties come to us. But he didn't fall down. Aston Villa pulled him down, bro. Oliver was saying we don't want penalties. Penalties want us. That was Latan says, penalties want us. We don't want
Penalty.
penalties.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
penalties
had.
are more respected when we take it.
Hi, Dave. Oh, Dave is watching. Lacking the non-cynical fall for a professional verdict from officials, penalty has been consistent though. Yes, you need to be consistent on something, Dave. So at least Liverpool has to be consistent first. At least United is consistent in getting penalties, and we are chasing you down. So 2-0. Okay. Jude goes on by mentioning United 1, City 3. This game will kickstart City's good run of form. Okay. Straight up comments. Not to be a killjoy, but I don't share this optimism most or some Uniteds have on the current situation United find themselves in, whereby, yes, we are title contenders. I truly agree with you, Jay. Finally, someone's with me. Among several other reasons, I still feel it's too early to think about title 21. There's a difference between being in a contender-like position or actually being title contender. All right. Wow. Goes on. An analogy to summarize this would certain Mr. Trump being the president. Yes, he is the ongoing president of the United States that was rightfully elected in 2016. But there is nothing presidential like with his behavior, personality, speech, and thought process, etc. In some way, I feel United are the Trump of English Premier League at the moment. No idea how we are second with the same amount of points as the leader. Then he goes on, Manchester United. Jude, to summarize, actually, since February, we have been point to point with other big teams. If the league started from February, lah.
No, but Vinod, just to ask you something. I mean, he mentioned something like, how are we on top with Liverpool, right? But just bear in mind, we have 10 wins and Liverpool have 9 wins. We have 3 losses and Liverpool have 6 draws. So of course the match is right. We are at 33. So I think let Jude actually take a fresh refresher back. We are 10 games winning. Liverpool is 9 games winning. We lost 3, they lost 1. They had draws 6. Okay, so the league is a tight league, and this is what the Premier League is all about. So for him to say that too early to talk about title 21, of course it is too early. But again, it always takes 38 games to get a champion, right? So it starts at the start of the season when we lost to Crystal Palace. We got lucky with Brighton. We got smashed at Tottenham. Of course, we learned our mistakes and we are coming up. So to actually equate us with Trump and all that is, for me, is wrong, because we are taking the steps to 21. We are not there yet. Of course, we are a long shot away.
Dinesh, sorry, it wasn't by Jude. It was by Jay. My bad.
Jay.
Yes.
Okay, Jay. Sorry, Jay. Sorry, Jude. So what I'm telling is, we are on the progress. Whether we win 21 or not, but we can be proud of ourselves that we kept on fighting and not giving in 27 points like what we did last season, right? So we are neck to neck now. Of course, we are below now because of the goal difference. So let's see. Let's see how it goes. But again, to tell United are early birds making noise, come on. We live the Premier League, we breathe Premier League, we own the Premier League. 20 to 19. Come back when come 20. Then not don't come back, please.
Dinesh.
Dinesh, if I can only doing virtual hug, right, I would have given to you. Nice one there.
I think Dinesh, let's not celebrate too soon, huh?
No,
Okay.
we are not. We are not. We are not celebrating. But being United fans is a privilege because we are always arrogant. We are pampered by success. That's what United is all about. Okay, we are pampered. It's not our mistake. We are brought up the wrong way by Ferguson. We blame him for that. He gave us success. So we are always like this. We are United. We will always go all out without giving up. We don't give up. Just to restate my statement here.
Okay, Sina also mentioned the leaders are enabling the other teams, so problematically so, but I will take what Fergie said about the league to be up there in contention means you would have to be consistent and good.
Yeah.
The key word is being consistent. Let's hope we be consistent and come in March or April, then let's visit about this title topic. But let's get past City first. Kevin, what's your prediction like?
As I said earlier, I think it'll be a tight game, 2-1 to United.
Oh, tight game, confident, 2-1. Who's going to score?
The usual culprits, Rashford and Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno to be assisted by VAR
Sorry?
or assisted by Pogba? Bruno assisted by VAR or Pogba?
I have a strong feeling it'll be a penalty. It'll be a Bruno penalty.
Mr. Ryan, what about you?
Okay, bro, I'm going to go for a 1-0 win. And to me, it's going to be header by Maguire.
Header by Maguire. Wow.
Wow.
I like the rhyming of it. Header by Maguire. Alamak.
Captain's scoring the winning
So
goal.
I think already predicted it must be a corner kick, and then he head in. Yeah.
So as we are 20 there.
Kabinesh, what about you?
Yeah, I think there'll be a 1-0 because City has been good defensively this season, and I'm going for Martial for the strike.
Wow.
I didn't get you, sorry.
Oh, I think it's going to be a close one. 1-0 to
Okay.
United. City has a good defense this
Alright.
season, so it'll probably just be 1-0, and then I'm going for Martial, for the goal.
Martial, okay. Kelvin. Mr. Kelvin Lang, what about you?
Yes. Or 1-0 also, but I will predict the goal kick. Yeah.
Alright, Kelvin
Just
is going
to add
for...
on, criticism for Maguire. Maguire has played. Can you hear me?
Yes, can.
Yeah, I'm going for the goal, free kick goal 1-0 for United. I'm not sure who's going to take the free kick, but I have a sense feeling goal will come from a free kick, and then I'm going to add on from favoritism on Maguire. Maguire has including the City yet. New.
Okay, I think we lost Kelvin. Okay, before I ask Selena has came out, oh hell, 3-0 United, play Henderson and shut them out. So Selena, do you feel it's a 3-0 or you have another result?
I Actually, I'm about either 2-0 or 3-0 up to that. But I don't see. I think the goal will be more. Either 2 or more than 2 lah. 2-0 means I go for Bruno and Rashford. If it's 3 means I add on one more, probably by Pogba.
Pogba. So you gone for Bruno, Rashford, Pogba. Sina has gone for Wan Bissaka, Tuanzebe, and
McTominay.
McTominay to score. Sina. Hopefully they score lah. Okay, one last word before we wrap up for the day. By Jude. To be fair, United, yes, they are second with the same point with Liverpool. Yes, you won 10. Liverpool won 9, blah, blah, blah. The reason why United are 2, because other teams are struggling. Chelsea, City had their fair share of poor run. That's why you are second. And Jude goes on, as for owning the Premier League, I gotta give to you, Dinesh, even with 20 Premier League titles, why are Liverpool still the most successful team in England? I guess you're not successful enough. Jude, I think I will come back to you on this topic because I think if we talk about this, we have another 1 hour session to go. It'll be on and on.
No, Vinod, can I just add on? I think Liverpool fans are they are fearful to us now more than any other teams now actually. They are saying we're not deserving number second. They say other teams are struggling. They are also struggling.
And Vinod,
okay, they are drawing all the matches also nowadays.
Yes, Kavinesh.
yeah. And Vinod, I want to say year 2021, number 21, we are getting the 21st title.
Whoa. Okay, let's hope. Jay has came out and mentioned 2-1 Lingard to score. Hopefully, Jay. Let's hope Lingard makes a comeback. Okay, guys. I mean, thanks for all of your insight. It's already been 1 hour and 15 minutes. So we have to wrap up for the day. If not, as usual, we'll be talking and we go on. So any last words, guys, before I call it off? Dinesh?
It was a good session. Was good having you guys around, and the comments was superb today. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot.
Kevin?
Agree with Dinesh. The comments were really good today, inciting some very emotional discussions today. Yes, very good, very good.
Ryan, thanks for being here. Any last shout out from you?
Anyway, thanks a lot to everyone, and thanks. Hopefully, yeah, we had good and hope to have it. Let's go to this.
Okay. Kavinish? Think we lost him there. Okay, Selena and Kelvin. Last words, guys.
Yeah, for me, I just want to say I love the combo between both the brothers, Dinesh and Kabinesh. It's really good. Is he coming in?
Yeah,
okay, so I just want to say I love the combo with both the brothers, good insight, and also great insight from Ryan, Kelvin, and Kevin as usual. But as well, as usual, we are not going to leave you without hearing your prediction. Okay, so we want to know what's your prediction for this match.
1-3. City to win it.
You know, you told me last time 3-1.
You can stop doing that a lot.
You sure you're United fan or City fan? You take out the budget and see got blue color and all that.
That's right.
I mean, I'm just being objective and practical. I want to see whether Ole proves it right in the semi-final. But if he goes the way I think that he will start, I think we'll lose.
With the COVID cases in Etihad. With the COVID cases in Etihad.
Regardless COVID cases or non-COVID cases, because see, Pep might be just playing any mind games. He's not revealing the other 3%. It can be just a normal squad players or backup players.
So let's see where it goes. If he starts with a
Dinesh,
back five,
we can also think that Vinod are playing mind games as well. So
Yeah,
never
yeah,
mind,
of
we
course.
take it positive.
We know is definitely playing mind games. On a United show, he's telling
That's right.
United going to lose. Oh God.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's why he did in the footy talks also that day.
Yeah.
He's totally only on so much. No, it's never mind. Mind game, mind game.
But
Ole
no,
is
never mind.
listening.
I'll take the inspiration from you.
Ole is listening and then counter reacting to this. That's how the
Maybe he
win.
tried to divert the
Ah,
attention
correct, correct,
of our
correct.
rivals.
Uh,
Okay, we're not. You're doing good job, bro.
uh, there. Okay, some last shout out to our followers who's been watching. We have from Farida. Hi, Asin. Who's the Asin here?
It's me, it's me. They call me Asin. Sorry.
My God. Dinesh. Hey, Jude. Jude has came back and said nobody is saying he's not deserving. Nobody is afraid of anyone. Not a Liverpool fan. Just a football fan of Kelantan. Belebo.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, he has came up with. For information, EFL belongs to City, FA Cup belongs to Gunners, Champions League belongs to Liverpool, Premier belongs to everyone. I think this season we might be taking everything lah. There is a comment here from Magintiran Jayaraman who's mentioned say that I guess United winning 4-2. Let's hope. Okay guys. Having said that, let's wrap up for today. Thanks everyone who has been watching us. And before you guys end the show, please subscribe and follow our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter page for more Footy Talk. This is Devil's Den, brought to you by Footy Talk, episode 4. We will see you next week at the same time at 5:30. Vinod here signing off. Enjoy the evening and have a good day.
Thank you.